my name is DTV Dewey, and welcome back to another episode of the Las Vegas Venom Expansion League franchise series, where we just finished season number 1. And in today's episode, we will be going through the off-season, getting a couple games into the next regular season, and seeing what changes we can bring about to the team and how we can improve going into next year. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys are ready to jump right into the offseason. I'm certainly excited to get into our first draft, first free agency period. We'll see what's available out there. Obviously, we have a top 5 potential draft pick. Hopefully that ends up being near number 1, maybe number 2. We can get Wembanyama or Henderson on this team and then move forward. If it's lower than that, though, I'm not really sure what we'll be able to do. We'll have to move some things around, figure it out on the fly, but I'm certainly ready to get right into it, so I hope you guys are as well. First things first, let's get into the player retirements, see who retired, and right away going to override LeBron. He's not retiring this offseason. The rest are pretty reasonable, I think. Nobody too crazy. Everybody kind of on the back end of their careers. It would make sense if a bunch of those guys retired. LeBron's still currently too good and doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon, so I'm going to override him at least this year. Splitter retires. Howard and Melo get their jerseys retired for their teams and inducted into the Hall of Fame. So let's see. Reject this, and we will reject that. So we will go ahead and advance. And now on to the draft lottery, where it's the moment of truth. We have, I believe, the 4th or 5th best odds. We'll see in a second. We sit as the 4th highest odds to get the number 1 pick. I don't know what's going on with the Rockets Nets there. We shall see. We end up with the number 2 pick in the draft, just missing out on number 1. The Spurs will land the number 1 pick, and it just really comes down to, do we get Wembanyama to slip 1 pick, or will we take Scooter Henderson, as I think those two are pretty much the main 2 guys in this draft class that are worth anything. After them, potentially role players, but I don't know if there are any superstars in the back half of the draft. I'm going to go ahead and do some staff signing, see if I can find us a good coach, and then I'll probably let the CPU handle the rest of the signings. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Mac Booker to be our head coach. He has an A- offensive and a B defensive rating, and he's only going to cost us a little under $6 million per season, or a little under $6 million over the 4 seasons. So I think this makes the most sense. We'll bring him in, and I'm going to let the rest of the positions get taken over by the CPU. Alright, pre-draft workout, so we're obviously going to scout all the guys that are in our range. Always good to have a better idea of who is available. All right, well, the NBA draft is here. The Spurs are on the clock. Who will they take? They take Wembanyama. So that leaves us at number 2, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to take Scooter Henderson. But Scooter Henderson is the best guy. So we're going to take Scooter Henderson. Nick Smith ends up going to the Magic. Let's see. Going to see if any of these mid first round teams want to take any of our players for I think I'm going to do this one. We give up our first round pick next season, but if it's in the top 5, we get to keep it. Actually, this is better. Top 10 protected pick with Jayshawn Tate, and that going out, that's better, especially with us adding a guard. I think this Leonard Miller kid is the best pick here. 6'10", 7'6" wingspan. And that'll be our draft. So we end up adding Scooter Henderson. Nick Smith was the other player I was considering here. And I might regret that. He does have A+ 3-point shooting. Oh man. I might regret that one. That is an impressive player. Scooter Henderson, obviously more of a slasher. Potential A-. He's not really a 3-point shooter, so we'll see if that ends up being a mistake. Went back and forth between Nick Smith and Scooter Henderson, but ended up deciding to go with Scooter Henderson. And we'll see how that goes, as well as picking up Leonard Miller, who is a 6'10" sharpshooter, A+ 3-pointer, corner specialist. He's got 86. He looks like a solid player. He'll probably end up being a starter for us right away. Love to see that. Let's get these 2 rookies signed up. Our player we're actually going to accept as rookies. Let's take a look at the roster really quickly. So obviously we have Henderson, Dosunmu, Maladon, Tai, Herter, and Braun. So our point guard position is looking a little stacked up. So I think we'll be either trying to move off of Maladon. We're going to send Teo Maladon to the Bulls for an unprotected first next season. Just don't see a reason to hold on to 3 or 4 guys who could potentially start. Other than that, though, I don't think there's necessarily anything we need to do other than that. Let's look at the free agents, and I think Christian Wood makes a lot of sense to try and sign to our team. Obviously, UNLV graduate. We need a good center. He certainly would make sense. Unfortunately, the good players in free agency are kind of all at positions where we are trying to develop younger players. Signing Christian Wood, so now we are looking at a roster of Henderson, Herter, Miller, Markkanen, Christian Wood as a starting five. And we need some depth pieces at all 5 positions. Maxi Kleba as a depth piece as well. So those 3 guys I do think would go very well. And right now I'm just going to get Dosunmu back. I'm going to announce J.D. Davison. I'm going to match Dosunmu. So our final roster after free agency, we have Ayo Dosunmu, Scooter Henderson, Ty Washington as our point guards, Kevin Herter, Christian Braun at shooting guard, Trey Murphy, Leonard Miller, Danny Green at small forward, Markkanen, Pascal, Baldwin at power forward, Christian Wood, Isaiah Hartenstein as a BK, and Kleba at center. And lots of position flexibility. Baldwin obviously power forward, small forward, Kleba center, power forward, Danny Green, small forward, shooting guard. So we have position flex across the board here, three point guards, all good. I kind of like where we are. Let's get on through. Let's check out the player progression, see what happened. Dosunmu improving to 79 overall. Ty Washington went up 1 overall to a 72. Danny Green dropping, but he's only here as a depth option for this offseason. Didn't want to devote any resources long term toward that. Advance to the next season. Let's go ahead and adjust our rotation to reflect what we'd like. Obviously, I want Scooter Henderson to start. I'd like Dosunmu next to him. I think that's the rotation we're going to end up with. Scooter Henderson, Dosunmu, Leonard Miller, Markkanen, Christian Wood, Ty Washington, Kevin Herter, Eric Pascal, and Isaiah Hartenstein, which leaves us with Kleba, Murphy, Braun as a BK off the bench. And I like Patrick Baldwin instead of Murphy, probably. So that's the rotation for now. And I really don't see any reason not to just go right into this opening day game right here. We'll probably do another game sometime in late December, early January, just to get a feel for where we are at. But I hope you guys are ready to jump right into our game. Let's get right on into it. Final 5 minutes of the opening game of the season, and the Vegas Venom find themselves down by 6. Scooter Henderson has had quite the game. He is closing in on 30 points on the night as Zion Williamson rejects that shot.
Has been an outstanding
Now the lob to Williamson, intercepted by Markkanen. Feed inside Miller. Miller lays it home.
Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just
And a close game to start the season. 111-107, 4.5 minutes left, and the Pelicans need a timeout.
Vegas making a change here. Washington's checked in.
Ty Washington checking into the game for Scoot Henderson. Venom trying for some more three-point shooting as Markkanen gets the rebound. Getting our first look at some of the off-season additions. Christian Wood getting the inside position, getting the feed and jamming it home.
Okay, David, thanks. Well, Wood's reach and vertical is an effective
2-point lead for the Pelicans, and they want another timeout. Henderson has acquitted himself well.
The biggest lead of the game,
Currently taking a seat in crunch time.
Over to the wing.
Coach operates
Here's Williamson
with the veterans as Williamson gets position, and the Venom want a timeout. Lead going back, and
Las Vegas trails by 4.
Both teams calling timeouts over the last couple possessions.
Now Markkanen
Wanting to make sure they know what's going on.
Here's Wood.
Ty Washington matched up against McCollum.
And here is Washington.
5 on the clock. Gives it up to Wood. Wood inside. Gets the shot to fall over Drummond.
And they're beginning to just
113, 111. Final 3 minutes. Brandon Ingram wide open off the screen. Puts up the 3 and knocks it down. Defense was late.
Got his 7th assist in the game. Ingram's gotten 2 of his 3 attempts to fall from beyond the arc.
Now Washington.
Wood with the screen for Washington.
Off the screen, picked up by McCollum. Not finding any openings. Step back 3 over McCollum and can't get it to drop. Ingram will take it. Now Ingram gonna launch one from deep 3-point range. That's no good. A little bit of a heat check.
It's a 5-point game.
Miller on the drive. Gets inside, gets it to fall. He has 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting. He has certainly looked good tonight as the Pelicans want another timeout. Now Williamson off the feed from McCollum.
This is why they go to
Catch and
Zion.
me, not expecting that alley-oop lob, and the defense wasn't expecting it either as the Venom take another timeout. Both teams with plenty of timeouts, wanting to use them.
To keep them out of the lane. I don't know.
Now Washington.
2 minutes remaining, 2 timeouts left per team. Christian Wood trying to get some room. Gets by and lays it home. Valanciunas not able to stop it.
Just terrific plays by Wood.
The moves by Christian Wood in the post. Now McCollum against Washington. Washington, great defense, doesn't matter. You saw Scooter Henderson has 30 points on the night, currently on the bench. Opting for Ty Washington in the closing lineup, and he throws it away. Valanciunas the steal. Zion Williamson on the fast break, and he blows by his defender and lays it in.
And it's a 7-point.
The defense has got to be better.
Here's Wood.
Christian Wood off the screen, rise and fire from 3. That's no good. Venom desperate for a basket.
Definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The defense has left a lot to be desired by the Venom.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. Washington against McCollum. Jones with it.
Potentially
Mr. Williamson.
would be looking for an interior defensive presence to try and acquire via trade or signing.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any Wood.
As Christian Wood on the drive jams it through with one hand. 7-point lead, though. We're definitely losing today's game. Just a question of whether or not we want to address our lack of interior defense, and I think I will be doing that.
After the basket by Las Vegas. Passes it to McCollum. Launches a three. Drains it from
As
beyond the
McCollum knocks down an open
Pelicans
three.
lead by 10.
And they came in determined to take this one.
Christian Wood, rising fire, knocks it down.
To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
127-120. The Pelicans are going to dribble it out. They'll take this opening game victory.
Now here's McCollum.
As we fall, opening night, losing our first game of the season, and we have a few things we want to do. Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram both dominating us, 35 points, 30 points for both of them. And then 4 other players in double figures, including Dyson Daniels, CJ McCollum, Herbert Jones, and Jackson Hayes. For the Venom, Scooter Henderson led the way with 30 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3. He's not a three-point shooter, so 30 points though, able to get to his spots, able to find shots. Christian Wood, 27 points in his debut for us, only 5 rebounds. You'd like to see a bit more than that, probably 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. Probably like to see more than that. Leonard Miller, impressive, 17 points, 7 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3. Great game for him. Dosunmu and Ty Washington both with 10, Markkanen with 9. I do think I'm going to try and trade Markkanen for a defensive presence at center to pair alongside Christian Wood. I'm going to move Christian Wood to the 4. So that's what I'm going to do really quickly. That's what I'm going to do really quickly after this game. We'll get into one more game, and then that'll be the end of this episode. And here's the move we're going to make. We're going to send Lauri Markkanen to the New York Knicks for Mitchell Robinson alongside a second-round pick. Markkanen is an expiring contract with a team option, so they can keep him if they want. They can let him go if they want. They did take a center in the draft to be their future starter, so this makes sense. Saves them some money while also getting a decent player in return. So we're going to go ahead and do this move. I like this for us a lot. As you can see, Kel'el Ware is now going to be their new starter. They still have Randall, Markkanen can mix in at center as well, so they're not in a bad place with center. We needed a dominant interior center. I'm going to adjust Christian Wood to be a power forward center. It just makes a lot more sense for us and gives us an interior presence that we didn't have. All right, so we find ourselves at 18-14 entering January. Which is a much better place than we were to start last season. Let's take a look at some of the big games thus far this year. Henderson, Wood, Washington, Miller, Dosunmu, our main players in that game. Let's check this one. Dosunmu, Christian Wood, Miller. Henderson with a near triple-double. Love to see that. And let's take a look at this one. Henderson again, Dosunmu, Christian Wood. So Henderson, Dosunmu, and Wood consistently our best players. And let's take a look at the rotation at the moment. Robinson's playing through a broken nose. Ty Washington doing excellent. Nobody on our Nobody in our rotation super duper banged up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to watch this game against the Rockets, and then we'll close it on out to start this season.
And they're refusing to take a break.
Final 5 minutes, and the Venom find themselves down by 12. It's going to take quite the comeback if they want to get back into this one. Scooter Henderson matched up against Kyrie, trying to find some room. Step back, no, doesn't have enough space. 6 on the clock. Kevin Huerter off the screen, launches a 3, that's no good. Robinson, the offensive board, puts it up, puts it in. And that was desperately needed. Checking his nose.
Make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity,
Jalen Green
make a business decision.
matched up on Dosunmu.
Now here's Green.
6 on the clock. Off the screen, goes over. No good. Miller the rebound. Now Henderson will bring it up.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Pass to Huerter.
4 minutes left. Miller off the screen, open for 3. He'll knock it down.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
7-point lead for Houston, and they'll take a timeout.
He's checked in for Şengün. And Mike
Our first
Conley
look
is
at Mitchell
subbed in for
Robinson
Kyrie
getting
Irving.
picked up
And let's swing it over to the
for Lauri
sideline and hear
Markkanen
from
and a
Ollie.
second-round
Hey guys,
pick.
during that last break, I heard Steven Silas as he talked with the team.
And our team definitely in a better position than we were last year at this time.
Be aggressive. This is no time to let up.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And another miss by Houston.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Patrick Baldwin checking into the game.
Here's Henderson. He's guarded by Conley.
Henderson on the drive. No
Good
defense
by
inside. He'll lay it
He is
home.
torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Houston in the
22
lead.
points for Henderson. He has been fantastic. The Rockets will take another timeout.
Look for them
Only a
to come
5-point
out
lead.
Much more aggressive.
Bassey in the game, gets it to Miller, now over to Conley.
Outside Conley.
Conley matched up against Scooter Henderson. Conley inside, trying to get it to go. Kleba not able to stop it as he'll lay it home.
Love the effort from Mike Conley, not letting the defense get the best of him down low.
Here's Henderson. Kleba outside.
Now Kleba outside, gives it up Henderson. Henderson on the finger roll, lays it in.
24.
Final 3 minutes, 5-point lead.
They held a 12-point lead
Venom
earlier.
needs some stops, and the Rockets will take a timeout.
Adjustments we see on the floor.
Azubuike, he's checked in for Kleba. Conley with the ball, and it's Robinson.
Now Conley driving inside. Kicks out to Smith. That one misses badly. The offensive rebound picked up by Bassey, and that outlet pass taken away by the Venom. Dosunmu needs to be careful.
Pass to Henderson.
Scooter Henderson outside. Venom down by 5. Cannot afford to give away offensive possessions, especially coming off of defensive stops as Henderson gets it to go.
He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
101-98, final 2 minutes.
To get a few stops now.
And we need some stops.
Washington's checked in for Azubuike. Now here's Conley.
Ty Washington checking into the game
Outside.
as the Venom go with their 3-guard lineup. That's no good as Jalen Green gets around the screen and nobody home to stop him, lays it home.
Here's Henderson. He's guarded by Conley. Robinson, a screen on Conley.
Now Henderson inside, fouled on the shot by Bassey.
Call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws.
2 free throws coming for Scooter Henderson. He knocks down the first.
Temporarily prevented the points.
2 of 2 from the line for Henderson.
They desperately needed those free throws.
103-100. Final minute and a half. Lob to Green, and he'll be right there to jam it through.
And a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth.
Minute and a half remaining. Scooter Henderson with the ball, working on Mike Conley. Gives it up to Robinson. Robinson back outside to Sunmu. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Henderson trying to find some room, gets it up, puts it down.
30. Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over
30
the screen.
points for Henderson.
It takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defense.
Had an effective game from three-point range as Conley finds some room and knocks down a three. That's big.
The Rockets lead by
Defense
6.
not good enough.
You trust Mike Conley to deliver.
Final minute of the game. Henderson
He's guarded by Conley.
giving it up to Robinson. That's wide open, but that three on the other end was huge.
With great awareness.
And we have not been able to get a stop.
Intentional foul. 43 seconds left in the game.
They will double team Conley inside, lays it home. That'll push it to a 6-point lead.
They'll have to foul whomever gets
Still
the
don't
ball.
understand
No
why
time
the
left.
timeout calling AI has not been fixed in this game. That was a terrible, terrible timeout.
35 seconds
Now
left in the
Henderson
game.
backing up.
Screen by
Venom must
Robinson.
get a clean
Lets it
look
go
from
the
three,
wing.
and he's just going to put up a 2. That's not good enough.
Now they trail by just feeding him the
Made
ball.
the shot,
Let
but
him
didn't
decide
put
whether
themselves
to
in a
shoot it,
position
whether
to
pass it.
succeed.
He's your catalyst
Needed to
right
get a
now.
3 off with time to try and actually defend on this possession.
Intentional foul right there.
Did not do that.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5.
He's an
Also
ultimate
wasting the
athlete with a
timeout.
great feel for how to run a
Means you
team.
don't have
Mike
another
Conley
one.
is a tremendous asset for this
So many mental
Doesn't waste
miscues.
a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
The timeout thing is totally a programming problem.
26
Sunmu
seconds
off
left to
the
play in
inbounds,
third quarter
knocks
of this
down the
one.
3, and now we're down by 3.
You want to run your offense
But
through him. A reliable
You literally have to foul because you didn't get a 3-pointer off last time.
He drops the first
You need
one.
Green to miss,
Gives
which
him
he
a
is not
4-point
going to
cushion.
do.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
They have very
Need a
little
quick
time
3.
to run a play, and then of course they also need to foul.
We're not going
Pass to
quick.
Herder.
Herder off the catch. Misses the 3. That's going to do it. Green dribbling it up. Going to get fouled. Our second loss of the video.
And that increases the lead to 6. And he hits
But
both
2
free throws
exciting
here. And it's a
finishes.
7-point game.
And it looks like we have a pretty bright future with Henderson
And so
as the Houston Rockets take the victory, 116 to 109. We fall in Houston. All right, Houston obviously led by Kyrie Irving, Jalen Green right behind him, Mike Conley, Kevin Porter Jr. as the 4 main guys for the Venom. Scooter Henderson, Ty Washington, Dosunmu and Wood. Dosunmu fouled out. Christian Wood fouled out. That's why we were seeing Miller playing the 4 a lot more. We saw Kleba and Patrick Baldwin play some. We saw Pascal play more than we probably would have with Christian Wood fouled out of the game. Mitchell Robinson with 4 blocks, 2 steals. That's exactly why we brought him in here. Didn't exactly turn out the way we'd like it, but, you know, we're still a rebuilding team. And next episode, we'll see if we can increase our win total or how we end up pushing towards the middle of the season. Probably going to aim for about 3 videos per season. And we'll see if we can get through that. All right, well, that's going to do it. We finished this episode with a record of 18-15. Took 2 losses in the games that we watched, but currently, let's check out the NBA standings for us. We are currently in 8th place in the Western Conference, which is obviously a massive improvement from where we were last year. And we'll see if we can keep on improving. Maybe we make a playoff appearance, maybe we don't, but you know, with a younger team, I like where we're at. I hope we keep growing, and if we end up with another top 5 draft pick, hopefully we can land another impact player. It certainly looks like Henderson is an impact player for us and will be for the future. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you're notified whenever a new episode gets uploaded. Definitely appreciate everybody who does that for me. And we passed 100 subscribers in one of the last few videos. Thank you guys for doing that. Definitely appreciate everything, and hoping that we can push for 500, 1,000, and on. And, you know, just keep growing the channel. I love doing this for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it as much as I love making it. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, my name is the TV Dewey, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.